I'm going to tell you how you can lead a cross-functional team as a product manager, influence without authority. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. My name is Alex. If you're new to the channel, you want to learn about product management, finance, and business, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. Today, we're going to be talking about how to lead a cross-functional team on a mid-size or bigger company, really in any size company, but this is going to be especially important for those folks that are working in mid or the top tech companies. As a product manager, a lot of the times you're the driving force of the cross-functional team, but you don't have any direct authority over them. So how do you actually lead the team without direct authority? Specifically, how do you exert influence and how do you drive the project, the product, and the team forward without direct authority? We're going to talk about that today. Before we get started, I want to ask you to drop your comments about what topics you'd like to see covered on the channel right below. I'd like to give away some 30-minute mock interview sessions with me one-on-one on a live stream or just on a one-on-one session. And I want to give that away to the person who comes up with the best idea for content that I should do on this channel. So tell me what content you'd like to see on the channel. Product management, business, finance, startups. Leave me some comments down below. I'm going to pick my favorite suggestion and I'll give away a free mock interview. All right, smash the like button and let's get started with the video. How to lead a cross-functional team without authority. So the first thing you got to do is just start with respect. I just want to get that right out of the way. Make sure you start from the right place. Start with respect for every team member and the organization in general. If you don't have that as a basis, you can have a lot of trouble moving the team and the product forward from a place without authority. You're not necessarily their manager. You're just an unofficial leader as a product manager. So make sure you have a lot of respect for every individual, their efforts, and also their unique part to play in your team. By the way, if you're new here and you just want to know about how to break into the product manager career, I have a separate video talking about that. It might be a good introduction. Start there and let me know what you think. And that brings me to the second point. Try to understand each team member's unique motivation and place in the organization and in your cross-functional group. Try to understand their environment. What are their motivations? Why are they working on this project? What are they hoping to get personally, professionally? See if you can try to understand that. And of course, that reveals itself through conversations that you have one-on-one with different team members at different frequencies. You start to get a sense of what they like to work on, what aspects of the work they enjoy, what aspects of the product they're excited about, why they're involved in this. Were they assigned to this project or did they seek it out? As you answer these questions and as you work closer and closer with each person in the group, you're going to learn more and more about it and have a genuine interest in it. Don't think that it's all about you or the product or the company. Have a genuine interest in the people and their unique situation, and that's going to set you up for success. You've noticed so far this has all been about the team. It's going to continue being this way. This is the way you're actually going to be able to influence the team or the product without direct authority. So the third thing to keep in mind is you need to make sure to support your team and be there for them when they need you. So that means pick up some slack, help them on a particular task or project, volunteer, help solve their problems. Be there for them when they need you. Now, if you've done all that, you can move on to the next step, which is starting to craft a common goal, something that will be good for the product, good for the cross-functional team, and good for every member of the team. This is going to take time. It's not going to be something you're going to be able to build right away, but start making drafts at this. Bring different folks together. Talk about your vision for a common goal during your one-on-ones. Talk about them during your cross-functional group discussions. First, talk about them as a suggestion, as a direction where you'd like to lead the group. Then see if you can get their feedback on it. Do they see that this could be potentially a good common goal? What are their thoughts about it? Get input, get buy-in, continue to iterate, and eventually you're going to be able to craft a common goal that ends up being something that everyone can rally behind. This is going to take a lot of time. So of course, take your time, and it's actually something that maybe doesn't really end. It's just something you continue doing and iterating and refining it and make sure that it's still a goal that's interesting for most people and the product and the company. Of course, being a strong prioritizer is also important. So make sure to check out this video about how to prioritize for product managers, because that helps set the direction and gives clarity to the rest of the cross-functional team. Next point is share information readily and proactively. Be the conduit of information. Tell everybody what's going on, what the plans are. Don't be secretive. Don't delay. Encourage the sharing of information and share information yourself. Don't try to create silos. Don't try to hide information from one member. Try to be as transparent as possible when you're building this stuff, and encourage others to do the same. And that's going to be very helpful in creating this transparent culture, which you need in order to move a bunch of people toward a common goal that don't necessarily report to you. By the way, if you want to know a little bit about the life of a Google product manager, I have a separate video talking about that. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Next, this is an important point. Praise individuals for excellent effort, for good attempts, right? Not necessarily the impact that they had, although that's important to praise for, but even just the attempt. If the attempt was right, if the decision was right, that deserves praise. Make sure when you are praising and you're thanking and you're showing gratitude to these individuals, make sure you're doing it separately, publicly and privately. So privately, it can be very earnest and sincere, and it should always be, but it can be very rewarding to just thank someone earnestly for something that they did, or tell them you appreciate their efforts here or there. But publicly is a different setup. It requires a different way of actually highlighting the contribution, but it's very important to do it. Call them out and thank them for their decision, their impact, their efforts, their involvement, their time, anything that's appropriate. Make sure to thank them during presentations, in meetings, in emails, and in other public forums. Next, number 7. This should permeate throughout your relationship with a group. You need to showcase that you're reliable. And the way that you do that is by making sure you're not taking too much on, making sure you're setting clear expectations so that people know what to expect from you when, and deliver on that. What you take on, deliver. What you cannot, try to be clear about it. People will appreciate it. Even if you say no, which as product managers, we have to say no a lot. I actually have a separate video talking about how to say no as a product manager. But even if you have to say no, do it in a clear and direct way, and others will appreciate you for it. Even that shows that you're reliable, that you can't take on more work than you know you can handle. And the same thing for the product and the project. And finally, you need to craft an exciting product vision. When we talked about setting goals that are good for everybody in the product team individually and together, that's one thing. But crafting an exciting narrative, an exciting vision for what the product or company could be, should be the realm of the product manager. If you can do that, you can get people excited about the future. Why are they building it? It's not just for the money. It's not just for the career growth. People want to build good stuff. They want to build helpful products. They want to have an impact on other people, on their group, on themselves. A lot of the times, especially when you're talking about startups or top tech companies, you can have folks in there that are high achievers. They want to do stuff because they have the drive within them. So make sure you're crafting exciting destinations, which don't necessarily even have to be reachable, but they have to be exciting, they have to make sense, and they have to get other people in the cross-functional team on board and committed. And that's how you drive everyone towards the same destination in a cross-functional team. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, make sure to smash the like button as always. And of course, leave me some comments down below with your thoughts, suggestions, comments, questions. Of course, as always, make sure to subscribe. As I said, 55% of you have not subscribed yet. Please correct that if you can. All right, folks, don't forget to leave me your thoughts about what type of content we should have on this channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.